Hello Galactic family. Masters, I'd like to know why my husband gets involved with me, like he's suspicious of me, he sulks, he does not talk to me, he's very nervous, it does not seem like he's in his body, and that lasts for 10 to 15 days, and he is wrong and always speaks the same thing, this every month. I wonder what I can do to help you? Answer, my dear sister, your husband complains, he destabilizes you, causes you difficulties, but see that in a relationship, there is never the right and the wrong. What there are opinions, they are different visions of the same fact. His manifestation is only the way he externalizes himself to the world, because of something that does not do him well. What you need to understand is that you are not responsible for it, but only for yourself. We do not need to change the behavior of people on our side, but rather seek our own modification. Now I'll give you a new question. Why do you submit to what annoys you? Are not you happy because you stay in the relationship? Why do you need someone who behaves like this? What you need to work on is not how your husband sees the world, but how you see him and how you see the experiences. Need to ask yourself why you choose to live an unhappy life? What's gotten into you? Very easy would be, my sister, if we could solve everyone's life, change the vision of those who do not agree, but life is not like that. Everyone has the right to have his or her own worldview, even if it is not the one we understand as the right one. Instead of looking at your husband's behavior, look at yours, ask yourself how you feel about this relationship, and if that's what you want for your life. Because if you have to have acceptance and compassion, you will not be able to change it, however much you want it. In that case, your example of love will be what it needs, and only that. Be confident that your decision will be the right one. Brother Gregory. Difficulty in employment. My professional life has always been a cause of much anxiety for me. Since the last years of college pharmacy, I have been very dissatisfied with the area, and I did not enjoy any of the jobs I had. Today I am in a job that I do not like either, but it is the only one that allows me to do the course of Luteria until the end. The problem is that I cannot keep myself disciplined to do a good job in my current job. I cannot stay focused, even thinking about the benefits, because it's something I do not like to do. I'm not interested and I feel like I'm wasting my life and my abilities. I always make plans to be more productive and try to keep working for at least another 2 years, but I always fail and I end up doubting my own ability to be able to devote myself to my goals. I feel constantly exhausted and bored. I know I look like a spoiled child, but I try to understand why it happens and why I cannot find alternatives. Often my will is to throw everything out loud and just devote myself to lust, but I cannot do this until I can financially maintain myself through another medium. This generates a great anxiety in me and I feel paralyzed. I would like advice on how to manage this uneasiness that keeps me from advancing my goals. Thank you for all the teachings that happen to us every day. I am always following and learning a lot with the messages. Thank you. Answer, dear daughter. I am Master Pitya and I come through the irradiation of the violet flame, bring the truth to you. You are passing through a transitional phase, from old to new. This phase comprises a period of much duality, where you will see yourself inserted in situations where there are still points to be transmuted, and at the same time, gradually materialize the new. But what the daughter does not realize is that the more the new becomes real and materialized for you, the more you will be supplied with the resources to transmute the old, to treat and heal what was in the past and which is still your present today. This phase is still needed as something transient, but it is where you will have the opportunity to anchor the teaching of the new, and transmute the old from your wisdom acquired at every step of the new learning. This phase will conclude the healing and the transmutation of the old, so that it does not return to you, but rather becomes part of its wisdom agglutinated and kept in its records of soul. Be grateful for this opportunity where, from your own wisdom, you can treat and heal something that will never return, but just allow time to pass naturally and the facts to consolidate in your life. And so it shall be, for so it is. Masters PLEIADES. Dear Masters, first of all I would like to thank you for the privilege of being able to have contact with such great beings, truly an honor. There are so many doubts, so I would not want to bother you with so many questions. Last year I did a few readings from my Akashic records, and so many wonderful things were revealed to me, which seems fiction to my eyes. Doubts about being so beautiful and being here in a world of atonement and testing brings me many doubts as to why so many things. I went through many struggles and many job losses and family. I do not want this to happen again, but I'm afraid. I want to know my higher self, but I cannot meditate. Anyway, I would like a word from you, about my life, what I came to do here and about all the good things I've always dreamed of. I was once told that life has reserved wonderful things, but I am 42 years old and still waiting. I am grateful for your attention and please continue to take care of me. Answer, beloved son. You are inserted in the experience of matter to see materialize great truths before your eyes. But remember, son, that while inserted in matter, you, like so many others, seek to understand and observe the world with the physical eyes connected to the mind. But the beautiful and great world that is here for you, will be shown, yes, from the moment you observe from the heart. The opening of the heart, my dear, will be through your meditative practice. But not the one you've been trying to find, son. But the meditative practice ideal for you. Son, meditation is only a state of mind, which is achieved by each of different forms. And for you, there is a form specifically yours. When you are in touch with nature, observe what makes you happy and joyful, which brings the joy of living and being present here. It is at this moment that you enter into a meditative state, in your child case, for it is when you enter into communion with the environment where you are and begin to live the present moment. Meditating is nothing more than that, son. Then, when you are inserted into that meditative state that you already practice as a child, you can project that loving, calm vision that brings the feeling of fulfillment and peace into your whole outer world. This is the power of materializing a world of peace and love. When you, inserted in the present moment and in peace, project through the heart, this vision and the feeling of detachment and freedom, for all those scenes that for previous moments, have shocked your lives. They are anchoring these beneficent energies obtained from meditation, in places and in other past experiences, so that in this way they bring a new reality to those facts and places, through the projection of thought. You can do it, son. You can practice from the present moment. And so it is. Siddhartha Gautama, place of light. Brothers of light. I need to feel a little strength to carry out the execution of my thought plan for the place of light both here in Brazil and in Portugal. I come humbly to ask for your blessing and affection, as well as humility and gratitude, to understand and practice the teachings of what I read in the Book of Gold. I am full of love and gratitude. Answer, son, you're a brother of light. Be sure of that. From this anchor in your heart, materialize your desire in your heart and trust. Do not cling to results, do not create deadlines or expectations, for there is a divine plan to everything. and you will have the strength to do it at the right time. There are pieces that need to be moved, put in their places. There are compliments to be manifested. So stake this trust in the divine plan and, from your own peace, accept that everything manifests itself at the right time. Do not make it a new attachment in your life. You came to serve, so keep doing what's best for you. Plenty of confidence in your purpose. I am Elmore. Your relationship with the husband. Dear S. Germain, I have been very unhappy with my marriage. I have been married for 43 years and my relationship is worse than ever. There is no longer any dialogue between us. My husband is very jealous. I went to a spirited center and had to leave. I'm afraid of him, and I cannot do my meditations. I'm always scared. I have changed the way I see spirituality. I just wanted to be alone. He thinks differently from me, does not believe in anything. I was very pleased that my beloved Saint Germain helped me how to proceed. I had a lot to say, but to write I do not know how to do it very well. Gratitude. Answer, my beloved sister. I am Kuan Yin, and I come to anchor in you the compassion of purpose. A compassionate and accepting look at life, so that from this charitable glance it will be free from what it is. I know the pains you suffered from not being able to detach yourself from a painful situation. I know your doubts, your restrictions, I know the difficulty you face. But my daughter, no one will save you if you do not rescue your dignity and work the relationships within. What he needs is to look at himself, and work on the attachment to certain behaviors so that he can free himself to life, feeling able to develop in his own way. See my sister, who has the opportunity to rescue herself and anchor the glitter in her eyes. He passes daily ahead of him. But for this you must work within yourself that which leads you to relationships of fear. Why do you hold this fear within you? Can you by itself follow your path? You are a daughter of God, and you are apt to seek your happiness, but for this you must overcome your pains, your fears, and tread your path in this certainty. Look into yourself and seek the root of your addiction, your fear, your lack of shelter. Search within yourself because you need to live like this, because you have to overcome this, my sister. If you need help, seek help, professional guidance, but rescue that within yourself, for there is no other way to your own deliverance. I wrap you in my love. I'm Kuan Yin Loneliness. Beloved Masters, I dedicated my life to my family, work, studies and community work. Now sick, I am far from family, friends and without work. I wonder why such loneliness, lack of empathy of the people I love. Rescue? Past due debt? Thank you. Answer, beloved daughter. Just realize that through your life experience, you can see that a lot of humanity is inserted in the feeling of fear and ego. These are the foundations of all suffering. But that in their relatives, it is manifested through the effective lack of their part, daughter. Most people are led to think that they need to receive love and external affection to be happy, and sometimes they start to charge these manifestations of feelings of relatives and convivial people, which turns out to be the eternal pursuit of attention and acceptance by others. You, my dear, were inserted in this way to bring love and charity to others, without looking at the family bonds you could have, but we know that there were spiritual bonds, and that was part of your mission of life. People are not prepared to understand the whole process, the reason why they are here, and therefore can only perceive what is placed as a rule of society, and establish family relationships, which can sometimes become relations of possession or of grace. Your life was the manifestation of freedom and true service, and it bothers many who are trying to live by the rules, and what they think is right, my daughter. All this feeling on the part of others is nothing more than lack of love, which is the expression of the feeling of fear born of the ego. Therefore, daughter, follow in peace, radiating your love around you, without regret in your conscience, but letting yourself go free to love everyone without distinction. Go in peace, my daughter. Master nothing